What's up Saab fans around the world, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to repair the gearbox on the rear wheel driven Saab 9.5. So I have torn out the engine right now. We got it up on the lift again. So I have done this quite a few times right now. But today's video we are going to repair this gearbox. Because as I showed you in the last video, we have some very unpremium noises from the gearbox when I'm shifting gears and letting go of the throttle. It makes like a rattling noise, and I think it's due to some bearings inside of the gearbox. So I'm gonna take help to do this work right here, because we are going to split this gearbox by removing these screws right here. Then the gearbox has a few detent pins that sits on each side of the gearbox that controls like how the car is shifting or how the gearbox is shifting gears, and making sure that the gears stay in gear. So if you have problems with changing gears in one of these gearboxes, so this is a GS6-37DZ, so it's a diesel BMW gearbox, which is known to be very solid, and I have not had any issues right now, but besides the rattling noise, and sometimes it has been a little bit hard to shift gears. So as I said, this is a BMW gearbox up until here, where we have added the Saab flange from a Saab gearbox, so it fitted to the engine. So I'm not the one to elaborate and to say more about the gearbox, but so this will be a collaboration with LBM Auto Parts here in Sweden, where you could buy gearbox parts for your gearbox, parts for your differentials. You could also buy differential. If I'm not mistaken, I think I bought some Haldex parts for the NG95 Turbo 6 that I had, which was four-wheel driven, and they have hooked me up with a bunch of parts. So we got new oil for the gearbox, a few pens and stickers, always nice. And then we have the GS6-37DZ repair kit, which we will go through in detail. So in this kit, everything that you might need is included. I will just pick them up one by one. So we got some silicone sealant when we have split the gearbox to put it back together so it doesn't leak. Very nice. We got a few new seals that will be very important also to make sure that the gearbox doesn't leak afterwards. I think I have had a small leakage in the gearbox previously, so this will be very nice to fix finally. We have a few new bearings. So this is some of the ones that I think are causing the rattling noise, to be honest. So we have two bearings which will go directly on the shaft in the gearbox, and then we have another SKF bearing, so this sits a little bit to the side. We will see it later on. Here is also another bearing. We will see where that goes. I don't really know right now. Then we have a bunch of these small plugs. This is for the detent pins that I was talking about earlier. So we got, I think it's 4 of those. And then we have 2 different seals that will, so this is a oil seal for the detent plug as well. So this will sit with a small little circlip. So that is basically the repair kit that we have. And as I said, some new gearbox oil, so this will be a very nice upgrade. So this video will not only be a collaboration with LBM Auto Parts, they have supplied the parts for the rebuild of the gearbox, but I will do a collaboration with another YouTuber. His name is Anders and he runs a YouTube channel called RWD Sweden. So he's mainly focused on like JDM cars, but does a lot of different content. So be sure to check out his YouTube channel. I will link it in the description box below. And actually, like 1 week ago, I saw that he changed his gearbox in his Nissan. So I will reach out to him and ask if he was interested in doing a collaboration, because he has all the tools, all the hydraulic presses to make this work, because this is, I guess you can do it inside of your home garage, but it will be so much easier if you have the proper tools and you have a press to press out and in the bearings. So right now I will pack up some stuff and we will head to Anders' workshop. Now we are here at RWD Sweden, Anders' workshop. Here's his private car, a little bit dirty but still looks sick. Now we're gonna start to disassemble the gearbox. Important steps. This pin needs to be aligned inside the gearbox. So we have the camera right here poking in, so we need to see this all the time before we press everything together. finally back in the home garage together with the gearbox. As you might have seen from the ending of the video, we pushed everything back together and we checked very carefully where the axles and everything happen to be with the shifter. Not everything is easy to film, and when you assemble things back and a few of these stages of the build is critical, then you get locked into it. So we pushed everything back together. We found out that the neutral gear wasn't really neutral, so we had to split the gearbox very quick again, call for some external help, so Gerard helped a little bit. Right now it's in neutral, but it's following with the shaft, and we found out that one of the sync rings or the synchros are not fully disengaging when you shift to neutral. So that might be that we need to assemble it in the car and start to run it with oil and everything, because right now everything is dry. But everything went pretty smooth, and we got new bearings in, new seals in. You can see the detent cap right here. Yeah, everything went really smooth, so it should be a repaired gearbox right now, but we will have to see when it gets back into the car. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun making it. The filming when you're at a different workshop could differ a bit, but I think we got most of it on film at least. And if you have any external questions, please leave a comment down below and we will try to answer them. But massive thanks goes out to LBM Auto Parts for supporting with the parts for this repair, and also to RWD Sweden and Anders for being the host and helping with this job. I wouldn't have managed to do it by myself in the garage. It would simply have been impossible, because you need all these special tools and the pressing equipment and everything. And to have a pair of extra hands while doing this job is really necessary, I would say. It's hard to do it by yourself because you need to lift the entire gearbox, spin it, etc. So really thankful to have this done. So the next stage would be to put it back on the engine and assemble everything back in the car, and then we just cross our fingers and hope that everything works. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.